everyone, and welcome to our meeting tonight, February 15th, 2025. So I have to apologize, but I didn't record the actual meeting. We had 9 attendants, so I'm just going to go over the material that was covered in the meeting, okay? All right, so welcome to our second meeting. Okay, this is going to be a 1-hour session. It's at an intermediate level, and you should have access to YouTube to be able to do the listening portion of our meeting. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is talk about a picture, do some pronunciation and vocabulary. Then there'll be a BLOOKET game available for you to practice vocabulary. And then you listen to a story called Love Across the Jade River. Okay. There's also going to be a writing section that will allow you to answer a question, and that will be checked by me. Okay. And finally, there's going to be another game available for the listening section. Okay, let's take a look at this picture and try to describe the picture in your own words. Okay, it looks like there's a couple here, a man and a woman. Maybe they were in love, but the woman has died. And this is a scene underneath a cherry blossom at night because we can see the moon in the background. Okay. So tonight we're going to listen to a story of tragedy and love. Okay. Tragedy is a story that is full of sadness. Okay, let's go ahead and look at these words. We're going to learn some vocabulary. Try to pronounce these words, and then I'll go over how to pronounce it. This is whisper. Whisper. Okay. Capital letters here mean that this is where you put the stress. Okay, so say whisper. Whisper is when you say something very softly so that only the person next to you can hear. Okay. Here's a sentence. She whispered her secret into the wind, hoping it would reach the one she loved. Next one. Okay, try to pronounce it. Healer. Healer. Okay. He, like he is a man. Healer. A healer is a person who takes care of sick people. All right. So can you think of a healer that we have nowadays? Okay, that would be a doctor. Okay, a doctor is a healer today. And in older times, okay, there would be people called shamans who would heal, trying to use some magical or supernatural ways to make people better. Okay, but today the healers are doctors. Okay, that's healer. The village healer was known for her magic touch that could mend or heal any wound. Okay, try to pronounce. The word is hostility. Hostility. Okay. What does hostility mean? Hostility is a feeling of anger and being mad at someone, okay? To the point that you may even want to do violence on that person, perhaps punch them, okay? That's hostility. The hostility between the two groups was palpable, okay? Or palpable means it was felt very strongly during the tense negotiations. Okay, next word. This word is eclipse. Eclipse. An eclipse is when the sun, right here, is covered by the moon so that the land becomes dark, almost like night, okay, because the sun is being covered by the moon. Everyone gathered outside to watch the rare solar eclipse darken the afternoon sky. Okay, try that word. And this word is celestial. Celestial. Okay, one more time, celestial. When something is celestial, it means it's something that you can find in the heavens. Okay, it could be things like the sun, the moon, the stars. But if we're talking about stories, okay, it could also mean gods and angels. That's celestial. The celestial beauty of the night sky with its stars and planets always captivated her. Okay, try that. Okay, we say here destiny. Destiny. Okay, so what is destiny? Okay, this is not a great picture, but destiny is something that is planned for your future, okay, or something you'll become in the future, and you're almost 100% sure that that is what will happen to you in the future. Okay, so for example, if you're in love with somebody and you see yourself as having a family or marrying that person, then you can say it's our destiny to become a family. All right, destiny. Many believe that meeting each other was not by chance, but by destiny. Okay? So again, the idea that it's somehow planned, okay, and not just a random thing that's happening. Okay, try that word. All right, this is encounter. Encounter. All right. Now, encounter is a meeting, okay? But it's not a meeting like you have at work. This is something that happens to you in life where you meet something that could possibly be dangerous or it could be something that is lucky. Okay, in this case, this person has an encounter with a bear. Okay, something that's a little bit of scary encounter. Okay, but you could also encounter people. All right, just walking along or just moving along in your life. You encounter them by running into them while you're walking in the street. Okay? Their unexpected encounter at the cafe led to hours of deep conversation. Okay? So again, this is the idea that this is not something that's pre-planned. Okay, not like a meeting at the office where you have events, but something that happens by chance. All right, last word. Okay, and here we say ominous, ominous. Okay, ominous is something that makes you feel as if a bad event is about to occur. Okay, so here, what would you say is ominous about this picture? All right, if you said the storm that's coming, then you'd be right. This looks pretty scary to me. We've got lightning coming, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of rain coming with this storm. Okay, that's ominous. The dark clouds gathering over the horizon gave an ominous warning of the storm to come. Okay. All right. So next thing we want to do is I'm going to, or there's a link to the BLOOKET game in the description on YouTube. Okay. So go ahead and click on the vocabulary link in the description and practice what you learned with these vocabulary words. Okay. Now that you've learned the vocabulary words and practice them, let's go ahead and listen to the story. Okay. So go ahead and listen to the following story, and then we'll test your knowledge by going on Blook It again. All right?
In the ancient land of Jiān, where tall pine trees whispered secrets and the Jade River flowed gently, lived a girl named Li Mei. She was known for her beauty, which was as bright as the moon, and her kindness, which could warm even the chilliest heart. Li Mei worked as a healer, spending her days with herbs and potions, but dreaming of a life beyond her small village. Across the river, in a place where mountains touched the sky, was the stronghold of the Huáng warriors. Among them was Zhang Wei, a young fighter whose name was famous for his bravery in battles. But he was also sad because he couldn't love freely. His heart, meant to be hard like the steel of his sword, melted when he saw Li Mei. The village and the Huáng clan were sworn enemies, their lands separated by the Jade River, which had become a boundary of distrust and hostility. There was no celebration together, no Lotus Festival. Instead, their interactions were usually marked by skirmishes and silent standoffs. One day, a rare event occurred. An eclipse was to happen, and it was believed by both sides that such a celestial event could signal change or peace. Both the village and the Huáng clan decided to hold separate ceremonies by the river, each on their side, to honor the sky's dance. It was during this time, with the sun momentarily darkened by the moon, that destiny brought Li Mei and Zhang Wei together. Li Mei had come to the river to gather water for her ritual, and Zhang Wei was there to honor the eclipse in his clan's way. They met by chance where the river was narrow, their eyes locking across the water, a silent promise made under the shadow of the eclipse. Despite the tension, the moment felt sacred. blessed by the unusual alignment of the heavens. They began to meet in secret at the same spot, where the river whispered their secrets. Zhang Wei talked about the stars, saying he saw their stories in Li Mei's eyes. She told him about healing, how life and love are connected, both short-lived yet everlasting. Their love grew with each encounter, a forbidden bloom in the shadow of conflict. But their love was destined to be uncovered. One night, a scout from Zhang's clan saw them together. The news reached Zhang Wei's father, the clan leader, who was as harsh as the mountain itself. He ordered Zhang Wei to prove his loyalty by ending Li Mei's life. Zhang Wei couldn't do it. He planned for them to escape together, to run away with the morning mist. But Li Mei, sensing the danger, had another plan. She sent a message for one last meeting, not for escape, but for a final act of love. They met again by the river under the cover of night. The moon was hidden, and the stars were their only witnesses. Li Mei's face was pale, not just from the lack of moonlight, but from the weight of her decision. She held a small vial in her hand, the contents dark and ominous.
Li Mei, what is this?
Zhang Wei's voice trembled, sensing the finality in her gaze.
This is the only way, my love.
She whispered, her voice breaking.
To save you, to save our people from further bloodshed.
She showed him the poison, her eyes filled with tears that threatened to spill over.
No, Li Mei. There must be another way. We can run, we can hide, we can...
Zhang Wei tried to take the vial from her, his hands shaking with desperation. She stepped back, clutching the vial closer.
If I die by my own hand, your clan will see it as an act of peace. They won't blame you, and my village will be safe from revenge.
Her voice was steady now, a resolve forged in the crucible of love and sacrifice.
Please don't do this,
Zhang Wei pleaded, tears now streaming down his face. He reached out to her, but she moved further away, her decision made.
I love you, Zhang Wei,
She said, her voice a whisper carried by the wind.
Let this be the end of hatred, not of love.
With those words, she uncorked the vial and drank, her eyes never leaving his. He never returned to his clan. Instead, he wandered the lands, a ghost among the living, carrying the tale of their love. A legend of tragedy where love was both the beginning and the end. His story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of love's power to both heal and destroy, a narrative of what could have been if only the world had been kinder to lovers caught in the web of duty and division.
Okay, go ahead and click on the link for the BLOOKET story, okay, under the description in YouTube, and see if you remember what you heard. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I'll go ahead and um, have another meeting next week on Friday, okay, and I hope you can join again. All right, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. This will help this will help support the channel and allow me to make more of these videos for you. Okay? All right, thank you very much and have a good night.